Welcome back, everybody. We are doing some more hot Asian stuff. It's gonna be pretty fun. Fun little. We are doing episode 2, so you get a little double feature of hot Asian D&D. How this will be divvied up in the future, I'm not sure, but I'm glad you have all stuck around with us on this grand little adventure. So, heading right back into the festival. The puppet show ends, Kong gets his piece of candy, and the crowd begins to scatter. A handful stick around to hear the story again. Gigi sets up the puppets once more, kind of speaks to a few other people here and there. What are you guys doing?
So we've seen the puppet show. We picked up some dinner. Well, I don't know about you two, but I gotta find Kaida. Free to come with if you like, but
Well, several sets of eyes are better than one. Hang on. Kneel down, big boy. Let me get on your shoulders. Maybe I can see if he's somewhere within this crowd.
Oh yeah, sure. Down. Bah.
Uppa!
Like on the shoulder.
Yep.
Oi! Kaida!
Do we see him anywhere?
You you watch as the entire crowd kind of like looks over at these two people making a scene. Make me a perception check.
Both of us?
Shiwa,
Oh,
if you'd
no.
like to do it at advantage, you can.
Heck yeah. Where's my perception? Hang
That's ridiculous.
I would like to note that while they are causing a ruckus, Akemi is just like very casually just like, excuse me, pardon me, have you seen Kata? Has anyone seen Kata? Just like very, very politely.
Make
got
an
13.
investigation check for me.
I can do that.
13? Yeah. Nice old investigation check.
Also 13.
Hey.
Nice! With your 13s combined, you continue searching throughout the rest of the festival. You can see these bright sparklers almost that kind of shoot off these bits of arcane light. You can see various children still begging their parents to buy them the latest toy. Just an entire group full of people in masks, all to celebrate this festival, each one with an individual symbol painted on the forehead, 4 types as they all walk out. With a 13, between the two of you, you manage to catch wind of a Kalishtar making a scene.
Of course.
know
You
who that
continue
is.
on as you hear, all right, folks, we had a bit of a hiccup earlier on, but I think we're back on track. Hear me out. Don't you want to buy your sweetheart one of these lovely gold necklaces? All for the low, low price of like 5 gold pieces. Trust me, that's a steal. Anyone who says money can't buy happiness has clearly never met me.
All right,
She's
come
gonna-
here, you watering hole rat.
What?
She's
Ah,
tapping
no!
Kong on the forehead. Like, wait, no! Put me down! Put me
He's
down!
just like gathering his shit.
And I'm like,
he's just like,
I am holding on to the lady on my shoulders, and I'm
Oh,
pushing the
God.
crowd.
charging after him like Voltron. You just
Yeah.
barrel through the streets.
Tail, like around his torso, just like, please, just don't drop me!
This is the roughest ride you've been on. He just
Oh god!
continues running through the streets. Kata has barely a moment to collect all of his items as you grab him by the collar. She's just, Kong, lover, dearest friend, bestie even, brother in arms. What can I do for you?
Howdy. Now, last I remember, you mentioned finding you at the festival. And here
And
we
you
are.
did. Yeah,
So-
see, I kept my end of the bargain.
Well, now, I wouldn't say that you kept it wholly. Not when I still got this thing. And one hand on Kaida, other hand reach in my pocket. No hands on Shiwa.
She's got her tail around you.
As I pull out the emblem. Now, if I remember correctly, you were looking to sell this thing earlier today.
When I said sell, I meant it more esoterically?
Right. Well, esoterically or otherwise, I'm interested in hearing where you found this thing.
I run across so many lovely golden trinkets that people should buy, like all the time. Yeah, it's hard to keep track of, when or where I might come across these things.
Well, and I give him a bit of a shake.
Okay.
Backtrack.
Yeah, oh, you mean that trinket? How do I say stole it without sounding like I did something illegal?
I feel like illegal is far past where we're at.
In some cultures, carrying me by the lapel would be considered a proposal. So, if you would unhand
right
me,
now, Kada.
I'd
She's
like
just,
to
like,
think
leaning
that
on
we're
Kong's head at
worldly
this
people.
point.
Listen, I just want to know who you got it from. Stolen or otherwise.
I pocketed it off of some tiefling in a straw hat. I think last I saw him, he was somewhere on the outskirts of the festival. He seemed kind of down in the dumps. I don't know. It was an easy grab.
I drop him. See? Now, was that so hard?
Always the charmer. While you're here, would any of you be interested in buying one of these lovely,
Oh my god.
he just kind of pulls up a bunch of, random crap.
Can I just, flick him in the forehead with my tail? Should know better than to ask us that, of all things, Kada. We've done business before.
We have, and are you not happy customers of the Kada store?
Am I smiling?
I don't know.
She's gonna, pull her lips back to show all her teeth. This isn't a smile, Kada. This is a threat.
Okay. Well, you have a lovely festival. I'm going to leave?
Skedaddle. Like you
Pat him on the
always do.
shoulder. Now, you be a good boy and don't cross our paths again.
And here I thought we were friends.
With conditions.
That's what my last girlfriend said as he runs off.
She sits here just like, I thought he was married. He constantly talks about his children, doesn't he?
That doesn't mean
You can
he's
have children
married.
without being married.
He says his wife and kids. When he's making his sales.
You can have a wife and kids and also have an ex-girlfriend. And a
You're right.
current girlfriend? I don't know.
Would be on brand with Kada, yes. By the way, can you please put me down now, Kong?
Oh, yeah, here. You're really light. It's like carrying a backpack.
No. I don't suppose this is what it feels like when I make comments about what you do and don't know, does it?
I don't know. Do you feel a little demeaned?
She doesn't want to look him in the eyes when he's
Somebody
asking
clip
that.
that.
Like,
Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that.
Do you feel demeaned?
quite possibly it's a little offended, but I suppose being compared to a backpack isn't the worst thing you could have called me. She's looking around. Did we lose a Kenny? Did she follow when you ran?
Akemi's just like in the background, just like watching the conversation go back and forth, just like.
Ah, there you are, little lady.
Kitty!
There you are, literal fuck.
Well, I believe I'm going to be making my way to the edges of the festival.
Would you like some company, or is this something you feel you need to do on your own, Kong?
Always can use a traveling partner.
Alright. Just gonna pat him on the back and lead the way. I'm not quite sure where the edge of a festival usually is.
Yeah, I don't know. I figure I'd just find the perimeter and keep walking in one direction. You know, it's like a big circle or a square.
Akemi just kind of like grabs both of their arms and links them in hers, and she goes, "I know where it is."
Oh!
Where are you leading them?
To the edge of the festival.
Okay.
Make
What kind of
roll
check
a
is that?
d20.
Roll a d20.
Just roll a d20.
Okay.
Just for luck, I guess.
Yeah, just
Come
fuck
on,
around,
come on.
find out.
Where are my dice at? That's what I want to know. All right, let's do this. All right, Chris, 15.
15.
Hey.
Yeah. Surprisingly
Significantly
enough,
better.
you find the edge of the festival.
Let's go!
Why are
With
you the
that-
only- why are you the only one rolling well tonight?
It
Just to
wasn't
make up
me.
for all the trauma from last episode. Anyway, you sort of continue on the edge of the festival, past a lot of the glittering lights, the paper lanterns, the crowds of happy families, as you eventually make your way kind of towards the back, where the forest meets the city. And beneath one of the trees, away from prying eyes, you spot a tiefling drinking the day away.
I kind of stroll on up. Excuse me, partner.
And so he looks up at you, this tiefling with this deep scarlet skin. You can see actually two sets of eyes. It's very damaged straw hat. What might have once been really nice monk robes, one side torn off, kind of just leaving the one sleeve. So he just takes another drink. What?
I don't mean to interrupt, but I pull out the badge. I think this might be yours.
It's mine. At least it was.
It's still yours, if you'd like it back.
No, I think I'm okay. So he takes another drink.
You know, most people say festivals like this are for celebrating, not for drowning your sorrows. Anything I can do to ease your soul?
Nothing I can think of. But, are you a hunter?
Yeah, Trained to be, at least.
I thought so. Could smell it on you. The blood. The death. Follows you everywhere.
Well, not the type of thing that washes off easy. My Shifu carried around something like this, so I figure we're kin of a kind.
What was your master's name?
Wu Ping. You know him?
You see at that, there's this sort of like 1,000-yard stare. Yeah, I knew him. He was the best hunter there was, but what's best in a hunter ain't what's best in a man. We live a life of violence, and on more than one occasion he expressed that violence. I remember the look in his eye, the sound of his blade. You don't forget something like that.
I pop a squat next to him, and I grab the drink and I pour it back. Yeah. Suppose that's the thing about our line of work, ain't it? Monsters and men ain't all that different. You still hunting?
No, not anymore. Can't bring myself to. You stay in this life long enough and suddenly you can't scrub the blood from your hands. People on the outside, they don't see the difference. Demon blood, human blood, people and monsters. Don't matter to people who ain't been in the life. It's all the same.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. The work's long and hard and bloody. And sometimes you can't see past the fog in your eyes, but at the end of the day, and I point out to the festival, there are folk out there enjoying good food and good kin. They get to, 'cause the hard work that we put in, hell, the blood on a butcher and all that different from the blood on a hunter. And for what I can see, and I take his hands, they ain't all that dirty.
You can see this twinge of what you can only identify as guilt on his face as he just says, "You ever think about the lives you take? The bodies you leave behind? Families? 'Cause I do. I can still see them when I close my eyes. Sometimes they're there when I open them."
You ever think about the folks who are still there? 'Cause the lives you're taking,
Sometimes. Take solace in that. Saved a lot of good people. Killed a lot more. But if I'm being honest, sometimes I don't regret it, and that scares me more than anything. I almost enjoyed it, giving in. I wonder if that's who this life made me to be, or I chose that life because that's who I always was.
take a swig of the drink. Ain't no one can tell you that except yourself. Hell, I don't even know the answer looking in the mirror.
Kind of looks out at the crowds gathering. You can see as the sovereign is sort of making a speech to the people. Can't really make out the words, but you see as all these families hold each other close. Hunters and monsters are a dying breed, friend. I know it. Your master knew it too. It's best you keep your distance. This ain't the life you want to lead.
Well, and I pull out a couple of meat buns out of my bag. Sometimes you don't got another choice. I hand it to him. At the end of the day, meat bun's still good.
Make me, I'm gonna say a charisma check at advantage.
Again.
You can't keep making me roll dice. This is a losing fight.
This is illegal.
How dare you roll dice in D&D?
Okay, yeah, no, that's a 17.
Hey!
good.
Let's go!
The power of food.
In this quiet
Food and
moment,
kinship.
shared between the two of you, you watch as the flower petals fall from the trees, taken in by the wind. There's this cool breeze that rolls through. It's a tear that falls from the tiefling's eyes. Meat buns are still good. You know, your master told me a story once about a distant shore, somewhere the pain will never find you. Kind of turns towards you. I know what's out there. Just never saw it for myself. Kind of looks to your party, back at you. Do me a favor. Find it for us, Kong. Make it all mean something. Live your life. As he gets up, holds the meat bun out, takes a big bite. Enjoy the festival. As he walks off.
You okay, big boy?
Yeah, fine. Just thinking is all.
Just gonna kind of reach down to his hand that's holding the bitten meat bun and push it up towards his face. There you go.
Kemi just pulls a piece of gold out of her purse and slips it in his.
I will pay you to cheer up.
No,
This is all I know.
You gotta run out of these eventually, right?
no, she was given a fresh pouch this morning.
That's right.
That reminds me, there were roughly about 5 gold pieces in there.
Where do these keep coming from? Who's giving you your allowance?
Clearly, there must be a god of prosperity that follows her.
Yeah, his name is Mivy.
I'll get up onto my feet. Let's see what else the festival's got to offer.
Alright. Just gonna rub his lower back a little bit supportively.
Kemi just holds on to the edge of his shirt while they're walking.
Wall. We love our himbo.
In the midst of all this revelry, the festival continues on with nary an issue in sight. You catch glimpses of Kata as he runs from side to side. Various scams you assume he's peddling.
Have to respect his hustle.
The man's got cash to make, I suppose.
Got 20
Puppet shows
kids, I guess.
commence. You watch as various storytellers entertain the kids. And in the center of town is this large platform where two warriors strike each other. This almost show, this demonstration of ceremonial combat. Each of them doing what they were essentially made to do.
Looking at this fighting, can we tell if it's like staged proper, or like are we looking at boxing or pro wrestling?
Wrestling?
People teleport.
I can't get over that visual. Oh. having lived your life, sort of training, you gather that they are pulling their punches. This is mostly for the crowd. As this continues on, however, you start to feel this sort of tremor, but it fades. I'm not sure what that was.
Tremor like an earthquake or like
Like a light tremor. Something heavy striking the earth. But it passes and returns the festival to how it was, essentially.
Big boy steps?
Like big boy steps.
Uh,
The
only one step?
ceremonial combat comes to an end and the queen takes her place, begins speaking. Though we've had our share of tragedies, it's important to enjoy the times of peace that life allots to us. And though we remember our fallen, we remember their laughs, their smiles, the good times full of joy and love. We must remember to always look forward in their stead. The festival shows us that even in our darkest moments, there will always be a reason to push forward. That when push comes to shove, it is the strength of our will and sense of community that guides our path. Together, we forge the future ahead. And another tremor. And I know that the queen kind of trails off as several of the guards kind of usher her away. And you see it. In the distance, this cloud of dust making its way towards the festival. It's almost titanic in nature. Sort of weave your way through the crowds, and you watch as shelves, stacked high with alcohol, fall to the wayside and shatter.
No.
There's a discordant sound as bards stop playing in order to brace themselves. And you see several families sheltering their kids, herding them off the street. There's an overwhelming sense of panic as a herd of rhino beetles come stampeding through the streets.
Great.
What are you guys doing?
Rhino beetles?
Rhino beetles, giant rhino beetles.
How giant
How big
are we
is
talking?
giant? Like people size?
I'm talking like
bigger than
horse
people
size.
Oh
Good.
shit.
You said the magic word.
I look over at the other two. Because Hunter's work is never done.
Sure
And
ain't.
I am gonna, like, is it just like a full stampede?
Make a
Like
perception check.
Jumanji style.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like Jumanji style. You
Okay,
can gather
that's
that
what I
from this
thought.
distance.
Reference is lost on me.
Oh no.
Perception is going to be 15.
15?
Yep.
Respectable.
You
Good
see
roll.
the brunt of this herd stampeding through the streets. There is a child caught in the road, abandoned by their parents, presumably, caught in this sort of state of fear, standing completely still in their path. But what truly gets your attention is the fact that there is a figure at the forefront of it, riding them through the streets.
What the
I look at Shiwa and Akemi and point at the figure in front. You two, get them. And I'm going to run after the kid.
All right.
Roger, Roger.
And as I'm running, I kind of like pull my hat a little tighter on my head and give a growl. As I kind of bulk up a little, and I take my shifter form as sharpened fangs kind of burst from my lip, and my nails sharpen into claws. And I'm going to like, can I tackle the kid? Not tackle, but like grab them and roll.
I kill this child.
I kill this child.
I clothesline the child.
All right. Make me a I'm gonna say athletics. This would be this pure athletics check to try to get this
Awesome.
child out of the way.
Okay. I love being a shifter. It is cool and epic. Athletics is going to be a 16.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
You sprint. You can feel the muscles tense as you jump into the path of these rhino beetles, grab the child, and roll off onto the side street. She is crying, this small goblin, as you watch as the stampede moves in this entire group down the road. Dust is kicked up into the air as you actually hear the figure speak. Sorry! As they continue on. You three hear in the distance, stop him! Thief!
He's stealing these beetles?
You have no idea.
Alright, well, Shiva is
Okay.
going to stand in their path, and I want to cast Dancing Lights to try and, like, startle them to see if they stop just from...
Make me an animal handling check.
Really? Wow, okay.
Yeah. Make an animal handling using these are okay.
19.
19. Oh my god. You stand in the path of this herd. They come barreling towards you. You produce these small balls of light that float off in opposite directions. The herd immediately comes to a stop, and the figure is propelled off of them. So he collapses to the ground. Oh god. Okay. Kind of like looks at the surroundings and just books it.
Akemi!
Hey Chris, I'm gonna go ahead and cast sleep.
Go for it.
While I'm running after him. I'm going to cast sleep.
Okay.
What do I need?
Yeah.
What do I need to roll for that?
You roll, I think it's like 5d8, and if it's above his health, then he collapses.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Really ridiculous.
5. Let's go. 25.
25.
Yeah!
All right. Okay.
This figure, as he runs past you, moves with this almost unnatural speed. You can see he is wrapped in this sort of priest garb almost. But beneath are these leather plates that he seemed to have fastened to himself as armor. You can see a scarf that flows behind him, this head buckle with faux dragon horns kind of like coming out from the side. As he climbs up the side of one of the buildings, runs, you let loose a single cord, and you just hear in the distance, huh?
Cool.
Nice, Akemi.
The herd sort of like just kind of stands on the edge of the festival, enraptured with these lights. Some of them do kind of come over and nuzzle up to you.
Oh.
They seem to have calmed down.
Good. Do the people who were chasing after this guy catch up too?
Yeah, they're still sort of running, so if you want, you can, go after them because the spell only lasts about a minute and they're like kind of a ways out.
Akemi turns to the party and just goes, does anyone have rope?
I fix the kid's I fix the kids' clothes. I pat them on the shoulder. Go find your parents. And I
Runs off.
jog on over.
So you managed to put this man asleep, but he is currently on the roof of one of the buildings.
Kemi just looks
Alright.
up at Kong.
I
Your time to shine,
go,
big boy.
I go up to the building and just like pull out my axe. Didn't want to put building damage on my to-do list today, but and I and slowly kind of begin climbing up the side of the building, just kind of scaling it.
Okay. For the sake of expediency, you managed to get up to the roof with little difficulty. You can see that the figure is dead asleep on the roof. There's this sort of like light snoring. Though you notice his scarf is gone.
Where'd that go?
Looking around, I just kind of like fireman carry the person over my shoulders and tie a rope to some to the corner of the building and just kind of rappel down.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course I
God.
can.
Come on. Catboys gotta land on their feet.
10.
10?
Oh.
In this brief moment, as you set all this up, you find yourself blinded by what you can only imagine is cloth, as this sort of scarf, pretty much, wraps itself around your head and tries to suffocate you. Roll me initiative.
What the?
Roll initiative!
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Wait, do we all
that's
have to
going
roll
be
initiative
an
or just
8.
him?
Or just Kong.
He's currently the only one on the roof. You guys do manage to hear like the brief grunt of Kong as he's like accosted by this scarf.
Oh my God.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 8.
8.
Oh no.
You on the bright
Epic
side.
fight with what was that?
On the bright side, you do manage to go first. However, you are currently blinded. It's just like you do
Yeah,
manage to drop the guy who wakes up as he's just like, what's happening?
I'm busy to I'm too busy to handle that, dude. I like pull out my axe and just like swipe at whatever is blinding me.
Okay, roll me an attack, please.
Of course.
Come on, Bubba.
That is going to be a unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. You
Yeah.
slice this creature practically in half. You manage to free yourself from its restraints, and you come face to face with a yokai known as an Itan Momen, which is to say a suffocating cloth.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
Watch as it sort of swirls around almost like a snake floating in the air as it's just like waiting. Is that your turn?
Battle pose.
Idle animation.
Yeah, with a bonus action, I'm going to and let me double check this. No, I think actually that's all I can do right now.
Oh no.
All right.
So I just take the swipe.
Nice. Moving on to the Itan Momen. It's going to make an attack at you. Make another dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh my
Kong, can you
gosh.
not die by scarf, please?
Please.
Gonna get choked out by a scarf. That's gonna be a 7.
Oh no.
7?
Hey, Chris, what are Akemi and Shiwa doing right now?
You
I'm
kind of
holding the
see-
line of rhino beetles. I don't
You
know
see
what
like
that means.
glimpses of something up on the roof. Like Kong should have been down by now. He's not.
Can I go to help, please?
Oh, absolutely.
So
I'm
our party
absolutely
member
yelling
doesn't
like,
die by
"This
scarf.
fucking scarf!"
Yeah, Akemi's gonna go inside the building and find the stairs.
All right, so I'm gonna say that would be your turn to sort of make your way up to the roof. As Kong, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as it begins to constrict around you.
Oh, fuck.
Awesome. Is my shifter transformation still being held, or has it passed by now?
I would say your shifter transformation is still being held.
Sure. Awesome.
All right. So with that, the you watch as the figure this scarf came from makes his move. As he runs up and punches you in the gut
No, that's just playing cheat.
with a natural 20.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Yeah, of course. Let's go.
You take 8 points of damage.
Oh my
as
god!
He strikes you directly, and you can feel the air leave your lungs.
Kong, how many hit points do you have?
Plenty. Don't worry about it. I'm a tanky lad.
Are they?
You hear muffled. Look, I have a lot greater things to be doing right now. Please, just let me go.
Oh.
I'm struggling with the scarf right now, and I kind of shout muffled by the scarf. But it's your scarf that's attacking me.
Chris, can I roll, hold on. Is it his scarf?
It does seem to be his scarf, yes.
Okay, can I roll for persuasion to have him, remove his scarf from Kong so we can talk?
What do you say?
I say, listen, we've all been under duress from the law a time or two. Some of us more than others, I'll give it that. We don't know what's going on, we were just trying to save a child, so if you could kindly please let go of him, we might be able to help you.
Make a persuasion check, please.
Come on, Kimmy.
Wait, okay. Where is it? It's not good, it's 11.
11? Oh,
Not great, but not. At least it's
he
double
doesn't
digits.
release Kong, but he does say this as he turns to you. I'm not a thief. Those items belong to my family. Kong, you're still currently being suffocated.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. I'm being wrapped by scarf.
Okay.
Okay. Akemi, who understands, and is a benevolent person most of the time, is like, okay, fair enough. I won't put you to sleep again. I'm really sorry for that. I do apologize. However, if you could please just stop suffocating. She's really just concerned because it does not look good for Kong.
You notice that he is really young. He is what you can only assume is human. You can see he's sweating like profusely. He's roughly maybe like 13, 14. You can see this big patch of blood along his side as he just kind of sits for a bit, and you watch as his vision gets kind of cloudy, and he manages to get just one bit out. Please, I'm not a thief. You can't let them take... As he collapses to the ground.
Is the scarf
Oh.
See.
going? After he
The
passes
scarf
out?
actually releases Kong and goes to try to, like, almost soothe this figure.
So, Akemi is going to attempt to find the source of the bleeding,
Okay.
so she can maybe help patch him up.
Make me a medicine check.
Aye, aye, Capitan. That would be a 14.
14.
Pretty good.
You see this large stab wound, presumably from a sword. He's like riddled with arrow wounds as well.
Oh my god. This poor kid.
Are there arrows stuck in him?
Yes, like 2.
Okay.
But like the bits have been broken off, presumably by him.
Okay, so he's properly taking care of himself. I'm gonna
Seems
leave
to be
those
the
arrows
biggest
in.
thing. The biggest injury seems to be that stab wound, as it's
Okay.
kind of fresh.
Okay. Okay. So Akami's just gonna reach down and rip a piece of like the edge of her kimono off. Doesn't really care about her clothing, so it's fine. Now where's the stab wound at? On his
It's on his side, kind of like
okay.
near the gut almost.
Like
Okay.
the abdomen.
Yeah.
She's going to kind of take that cloth and just start wrapping it really tightly around his body. And then she's gonna look at Kong and go, I know he just attacked you, and I know we probably shouldn't be doing this, but I think we should help save him.
I look out. Are the guards like still looking for him?
They are kind of looking around. We do cut back to Shiwa in this herd of rhino beetles as the guards approach. They aren't city guards. They are affiliated with someone. You're not sure. There is this clan insignia as they walk over. Do you know what happened to the thief?
She still has her arms out to like maintain the lights, but since the rhino beetles are enclosing on her, wanting affection, she's like trying to talk, but they're like
Pretty much.
like nuzzling her for affection. It's like, I can't really say, as you can see, I'm kind of doing your job of, well, these are yours, right? Can you? Okay, yes, you're all very good boys. Come on, just trying to scoot them away.
Those aren't ours. He released those when he went to flee.
Flee what exactly? Flee what exactly?
The boy's a thief. We caught him trying to steal an important item from a collection that our master has. We've come to deal with that.
What exactly does your master collect that warrants this kind of chase?
The rhino beetles never relent. They just continue trying to get affection. Some of them have like went off into the distance to find some food. As we cut back to Kong and Akemi.
Well, those folks down there don't look too kind. Can't imagine how they'll treat him. Young guy like this don't need that on his back. And I can't imagine that they'll be looking up here. I say as I pull up my very obvious rope.
Roll me a stealth check.
Oh gosh. Don't make me do this. Don't do this to me. That's gonna be a. Oh, I have disadvantage on this.
Oh no.
No.
Okay, not too bad. That'll be a 12.
Well, Shiwa, you notice as these guards, so to speak, look up towards the rooftops as they notice movement. You watch as a rope is very quickly pulled up, and they kind of nod to each other and walk off.
Walk off towards to where they
Towards
saw the movement.
Yeah. You know that Akemi and Kong are up there.
She's going to push one of her lights to kind of like block their path and be like, "Excuse me, you weren't done answering my questions."
Look, we don't have all day. We are trying to ascertain why this child would do something so bold.
Well,
And
how exactly
punish
do
him
you intend on
accordingly.
interrogating a child, considering you look rather armed for someone apprehending a kid?
Do you have some affiliation with this child?
No, I literally just saw him come in on this stampede of beetles, and as she's saying this, there's just two of them just gradually pushing their horns into her face. Just
So they would look at you and, well, then it shouldn't matter, as they continue on.
she's gonna
Back up on
send
the
one of her
rooftops.
lights up to the roof to where Akemi and Kong are to kind of like blink, like warning, people are coming. She
You
doesn't
do
know
manage to
Morse
get
code,
that.
but she's just blinking it. Hopefully, they get that. That's like alarm, danger. Hey guys, hurry up! Whatever you're doing up there.
Come here, get
You
the
get this
awful
like
sense
flashing
that,
strobe light up on the roof.
All right, we're gonna start voguing in here.
No,
Come here, get the awful sense that we're gonna need to hide the body. I mean the kid.
he's not
I-
dead yet.
Akemi just nods her head and goes, "Okay. Well, we should probably take him to some part of the roof where they can't see him."
Looks around the roof. I feel like is it empty? Is the roof largely like a flat plain?
It's like a
tile roof?
flat like terrace almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Can we
Any
hoof it?
suggestions?
You just run?
You guys better
With
start doing
the
parkour
body.
and start hopping rooftops.
I mean, how do you mean hoof it?
I mean, we take the body with us on Kong's back. Because he's a child.
I feel like we're overestimating how child this child is.
You hear footsteps as
Oh no.
the guards have entered the building. You have mere moments before they're upon you. What are you guys doing?
Where's the entrance to the roof?
There is like a staircase that leads down into the building proper. And
And
there's
is
that,
is it like a hatch or is it more of like a
it's like
more
a,
of like
a proper structure.
I see. I go up to the door and can I just press up really hard against it? So we're gonna need a strategy. We're gonna need one fast.
Oh no.
Yeah. With
I
that,
can carry down the boy down the side of the building if you can distract the guards.
with
Um,
that, you hear the sound of the door like trying to be opened as they like push up against it. Who's back there?
You know what? Kimmy's family's been training her for this moment her entire life.
Oh boy. What she
I don't
gonna
like
do?
I don't like the sound of that. I get the awful sense this is going to turn out real badly.
Kimmy just kind of turns to Kong and goes, if you can take him, I will try to hold them off. As she's saying that, she kind of just like takes her kimono and like slides it down her shoulders just a little bit, and she's like, "All right, buddy, you better be fast."
Yeah, I don't think I want to be here for this part. I, sling the kid over my shoulders, look at the yokai. Well, Scarfy, help me or not.
Watch as it sort of wraps around you and kind of like keeps the child like
Yeah, like
Scared of him.
like a backpack, pretty
tied
much.
around my back, and I'm
Like a baby Bjorn?
Yeah. And I grab my axe and like begin scaling down the side again.
Make me an athletics check at disadvantage as the door
Absolutely.
swings open. You just manage to get over the side as they get in. Or get out.
That is going to be a 14 in athletics.
It's a little rough. You scale down the building, and we'll get back to that as the guards walk up the stairs, having finally broken through. Survey the area. And then they just see you, Akemi.
With her exposed shoulder.
Is the thief up here?
Hold on.
Come on.
In this brief interlude, while you steady yourself, you notice the crest adorned on their armor, on their robes, is one from Kumori.
Okay.
You don't remember the name of the family, but you know that they are fairly affluent.
So would they know? Well, would I have seen any of the guards hanging around Academy's family?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
yes, you would have. You recognize their
All right.
faces, but not their names. One is a half-orc. One of the
Okay.
tusks are sort of like broken. And then the other one is a triton. You can see that sort of like translucent texture to the skin, the scales, sort of like fish flaps.
Okay. All right. I don't have the giggles anymore, so I'm good. Akemi just kind of looks at them and responds, "No? There was a thief?"
Yes, there was a thief. We were chasing them. We saw a rope up here that was dragged back onto the roof as they kind of like look around. He watches the Triton is like has basically completely given up on this mission, as it's just sort of like lasered in on this as the half orc is kind of looking around. Do you happen to know anything?
Kemi looks at them and gives them like her biggest doe eyes that she possibly can, and just like puts both of her hands back inside her kimono and just goes, "Well, does it look like I would know anything?"
Make a deception check.
Okay. 14.
14. God damn it. They rolled very low. They're very dumb. As they just... Well, keep an eye out, ma'am. We're gonna go somewhere else. As they bow and make their way off the roof, solving this issue with little complication. Akemi Kobayashi.
Power
Kong.
of Akemi's bare shoulder.
When in doubt, shoulders out.
Cutting back to Kong, you make your way about halfway down the roof, and then the rope snaps, and you fall not too far, maybe 5-6 feet, as poof, on the ground.
I do my best to turn midair to, like, if not catch myself, at least not fall on the kid.
You take 3 points of damage as you collide with the
Awesome.
ground.
Let's
The
go.
boy seems to still be alive, which is the main point of that, I suppose.
Oh, by the gods.
She was run over to the building at this point with a couple of the rhino beetles still following
Oh yeah, no,
her.
they're following you.
Oh my god.
Specifically, like, we're specifically trying to, like, scale down on an alley side. I don't want to be,
Yeah.
like, in the street.
Kong, are you okay?
Yep, just give me a moment. Get up on
Go
both
over and,
feet.
like, she
Pat
wants to
off
help him
my,
up and realizes there's another body attached to him. Like, is that the guy that was riding the beetles?
Adjust the scarf turned baby carrier.
You do see
Yeah.
as like one of the loose sections, one of the ends, sort of like has these very dark glowing eyes as it kind of like from Kong's shoulder just kind of like looks over at you.
Oh, that's
The kid
That's
was
that.
carrying this yokai with him. Seems like he's in quite a bit of trouble.
yes, I know. Those guards keep saying that he stole something valuable. Is it the She's pointing at the glowing eyes from
I don't think so.
Why?
They mentioned something about family artifacts or something. Either way, the kid's injured and we need to get him to a medic.
Yes, I can tell he's bleeding all over you. Come on.
Oh yeah, no, he's 100% bleeding.
Yeah.
Can we sneak
ain't-
through this alley to try and find like an abandoned, empty one, maybe to tend to his wounds, or see if there's a doctor nearby?
Sure.
Better
Um,
before that. You think you can signal Shiwa to come down? Or do you think you can signal Kemi to come down here?
Yeah, get a head start. She kind of like taps her eye as another dancing light comes out from like her pupil and just sends it back up to the roof. And it kind of just like zips through like a tiny little firefly towards Akemi and like makes a circle motion and like going towards to the side of where they are.
the message is relayed. So Kong, you're searching for a medic or somewhere to tend to their wounds.
Let's see if we can't find somewhere to retreat to first.
Okay.
You know, maybe somewhere with a roof over our heads that is, for the most part, empty.
It's not too difficult. There are a large majority of abandoned buildings within the city.
I love
Some
Detroit.
housing, some housing complexes abandoned after demon attacks. Some temples here and there. So you sort of have your pick of the lot.
Yeah. I'll find a empty enough room that's sheltered from the street and put down the lad. Taking a look at the wound, is there any way I can, for the most part, stabilize him?
Sure, make a medicine check.
Yeah.
Come on, Nurse Kong.
10.
10. You do manage to stabilize him best you can.
Hey.
There's this like very brief gasp of air as you kind of do your best to make it so he's not currently dying on the floor.
I
Is he
look
just
over to
where kind of like backs up.
Hey. Breathe.
You're safe.
By this point, the other two, I say for the sake of it, you managed to find Kong no problem. Away from the festival grounds, the guards seem to scatter along the streets as he kind of looks to the three of you.
Listen, we don't mean you any harm. Just want to clear a few things up. You're pretty injured, and moving around like that's gonna open up your wounds again. Don't be so eager to put your life on the line.
You watch as they open up their robe and look down at your patch job as. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now,
Who are you people?
Just a couple of friends who happened to see you roll into town on a stampede of rhino beetles for some apparent reason.
Kind of like pats themselves as he takes out this small medallion. Kind of like breathes a sigh of relief.
I take it that's what you took from those folk
Allegedly.
that were chasing after you.
Allegedly took.
Allegedly. Kind of gives a chuckle and. Yeah, but it's just a trinket compared to what I was after.
Do you have what you were after, or did you leave it behind when you ran with everything else?
I had to leave it behind. This is just a piece of it.
Here,
Just kind of puts the medallion on.
you said it was some sort of artifact of your family. Who you pulling
Yeah.
for, kid?
I don't really know. My father. Have you ever heard of Sharana? Sharana of Sion? You can make a history check if you like.
I was gonna say, like,
Yeah.
history check.
Let's make some history checks. Natural 20.
Nice.
6.
7.
My natural
You two
20
are
23. Properly.
Yeah, no, you get it, no problem. The two of you are lost, but Kong, you remember a time when you were younger. These sort of fleeting memories of wheat fields, barley, your mothers telling you stories of heroes. One of them was Sharana of Qian. She was a legendary pirate queen who sailed the oceans of the Southern Sea and collected the treasure of 10,000 kingdoms. Or at least that's what she was fabled to have done. Nobody really knows what happened to her. She faded into obscurity, into legend. Though the story that points itself out to you is her famous courting of the moon goddess. Supposedly, she gathered all of these treasures to create a light so brilliant and bright that it would get the moon's attention.
Let's
Now
go,
the
lesbians.
ending of this story changes from culture to culture. The Comorians said that she died having never met with her love. Others say she sails on an ocean of starlight, forever looking. Though the story in Tanwi and the surrounding area, Daivung, Manamtao, is probably one you're more accustomed to hearing, is that with a light so brilliant as she died, she became the sun. And that cycle of day to night is her forever chasing her lover in the sky. And when an eclipse happens, that's when the two of them get to meet.
I mean, legend's broadly well known enough. Though,
Speak
if
for yourself,
you're
Bob.
suggesting what was that?
No, she's just mumbling under her breath, like, speaking to herself, so others don't know it.
If you're suggesting what I think you are, that this is one of her prized treasures, then you're pulling a mighty fine, tall tale.
Kind of gets up. It's more than that. It's my birthright, my destiny. I am descendant from Sharana. My father told me the stories. These treasures were taken from us long, long ago. Kind of turns this medallion towards you, and you see this symbol of the crescent moon, and within the sun. I have to restore my family's honor. I have to get those items back.
Well, unless these items have already been collected by one person, sounds like a pretty tough task you got ahead of you.
I'm more than capable. I just got caught. See, kind of readjusts.
Yeah, I wouldn't quite call that capable, between you and I. Don't mean any disrespect, but
There's her treasures are still out there. You're the adventuring type, I think. If you help me get these items back, I can lead you there.
You said that you wanted to bring honor back to your family. They're still around? Can't imagine your parents are too happy about you running around like this getting injured.
See as he kind of retreats back into himself. There's this gentleness to the eyes as he... My mother died when I was young, and it's just been me and my dad.
I see.
He's, it's all I have.
Well, I kind of come close and not grab, but like kind of pick up the medallion and run my thumb over it. I imagine that means you're all he has too. Honor ain't worth more than a life, lad. Point us in a direction, and we'll take care of this.
You watch as he almost bursts into tears. They stream down his face as he kind of dives forward and just gives you a hug.
Oh, baby.
All right, come here. Kind of like pat the kid's head.
Kind of takes the medallion off. The item you're looking for, the one linked to this, is in that lord's collection. Lord Takeda. He was a warlord turned dignitary. This was the last chance I had to steal the items before they were going... See as he kind of like fades a little. The items are going to be gifted to the sovereign as a gift. Once they're in the palace, there's nothing I can do. They're probably already there. This was my last chance.
Well,
We'll see about that.
we'll see what we can do. Ain't never been too big a fan of lords in the first place.
Kemi just kind of pipes up and goes, my family's used to taking from them anyways.
Kind of... He looks at you, and there's this familiarity to the face. He kind of gets lost in the details. Kind of shakes away from it. The item you're looking for should be in his private collection. I imagine it's most likely already in the palace, but the item you're looking for will have this symbol. See, puts it in your hands.
All right.
Okay.
Look to the other two. How do y'all feel about breaking and entering?
She kind of like looks over at Stickbug. It's like, I think we have a pretty good chance of getting into any place we need to.
All right, good.
I'm with it.
But I do think that this boy should keep his family heirloom. She just sketches really quickly, but like really detailed and exact replica of the medallion, so they could just remember what it looks like in her sketchbook, and like gestures to give him his item back.
Yeah, I'll hand it back.
Because if we get caught with it, no good.
Follow the alleyways. Get home to your paw. We'll find you when we need you. But when we come searching for you, we're gonna need a name.
My name is Yuka.
Nice to meet you, Yuka. Liu Duk Kang. Nice to meet you.
Holds the hand out and shakes it. It's in this sort of quiet moment. Brief flashes of light outside. Sun sort of reaching that golden hour. Festival continues on. They look to you, and there's so much gratitude on the face. And what threads of destiny pull your party forward, I know not. But perhaps we'll see next episode.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, everything is so sad.
Chris, why are you like this?